lami the food. Why lami? Mga balita. It's a misplaced priority. Regarding lagi atong mga manok dai nga supposedly donated by a corporation pero allegedly gipamaligya. Reportedly namalit og manok dressed chicken 20,000 pieces. Kada usa ka manok nagkantidad o nakakaloka. Hello there. Making biko wing. Di ba dadaan ko biko si? Biko with latte. Grabe. Hold on, man. It's not, it's not sakit sa tunlan. Sakto rin yung katamison. Sa latte. Look, oh. Very lami. I can't stop eating. It's so lami. We also have mango float. First bite. Wow, the biscuit. Oh, heaven. OMG, thank you so much for nagpadaan eh. Oh, it's milky and creamy. Very lami, eh? Very lami the food. Pero, the contrary, why lami mga balita the past few days? Starting with the controversy involving dolomite from Alcoy, Cebu. So, nagawas nga picture, first and foremost, kung napahak yung bukid dito sa Alcoy. If this is the actual photo, ang ikuhaan sa dolomite in Alcoy, Cebu. Kaya gina dito sa Manila Bay to beautify the area. Butang dito. Kaya kuhaan ko no good for mental health. And then ingon sa DNR nga butang na din hag white nga something, no? Dolomite there. It turned out dolomite because at first it was thought na it was white sand from Cebu, but dolomite siyam, no? Na permit according to DNR, and DNR said na parang it's mind conditioning para kung makakita ang mga tao nga white ang lugar, maikot sila nga maghugaw-hugaw. Nakakaloka. Ana, dili man good na din ha. Dili man good na ang mga tao jud nga mangagi din ha or mosori din ha sa Manila Bay ang naghugaw-hugaw. Kanang hugaw gikan man na sa mga factory, di ba? Nga mo anha din ha mo tambak din sa Manila Bay, and also mga residents from neighboring areas. Anyway, nga may naghugaw din ha. In fact, wala nagpadayon ang pagflatten sa mga dolomite dito dahil gihapnig siya ba sa other side. Sa pikas tumoy day daghan sa mga sagbot, garbage there. And then there's also discussion on toxic kuno siya. That's hazardous kung imong what do you call that? Imong malanghap, mahanggab in Bisaya, no? That's toxic also according to them. And then nasa mga environmentalists and experts who said na dili ma-wash out na siya. Ang maayon dang gibuhat din ha sa Manila Bay, tama na siya mangroves because sa una pagatpatan man din ha mga mangrove area man daghan man ang mga mangroves din hang dapita, so mo survive ang mangroves din ha. There's a discussion there, but for me I agree with Vice President Leni Robredo who said na parang it's untimely to beautify ba. For me, it's a misplaced priority because we are still in a pandemic. Daghang way trabaho, daghang gipanggutom, daghang way gipangkaon, and yet this is our priority to beautify that area when in fact it can wait. Pa man nahuman sa NCR, di ba? Grabe pa kayo ditong mga kuan. Grabe pa kay mga efforts dito to flatten the curve. Arang-arang sa Cebu City kay we have flattened the curve na daw. According to DOH, ang Central Visayas has flattened the curve as reported by the Freeman. But in NCR, Metro Manila, nagproblema pa sila dito sa ilang COVID cases. So, I think it's a misplaced priority. Walami. Walami na siya. Speaking of walami, another walami nga, chika. The past few days, katong pito ka nurse, hindi pa kanaw sa aeroplano dahil. They were bound for UK. Hindi pa kanaw sa aeroplano because there is a ban on nurses nga mo abroad para manarbaho. So there are 7 of them. Ang itugutan na nga makalarga is katong naka-file na, approved na lang, visa and everything, mga documents, before March 8. On or before March 8. Katong mga gipakanaw, gang usa ato nila, ingon siya, giprocess niya, before March 8 iyang papers, but naabdan siya sa lockdown. Maoto siya. And then, it took him 3 years to complete his documents. No? So, parang it's parang, napaka-sad naman. You're in the aeroplano na, tapos baka naugon ka because there is that ban, which for me is unreasonable because accordingly, there are 200,000 unemployed nurses in the Philippines. 19,000 of them ang mga abroad kada tuig. Imagine there is that very big percentage sa mga nurse nga way trabaho. There is that ban on nurses because ganahan ng government nga naay mo respond sa COVID pandemic. But, if you look at it, kung naay 200,000 ka mga nurses sa Pilipinas nga way trabaho, and then 19,000 ra nila makalarga kada tuig para manarbaho sa gawa sa nasod, how much ang mahibilin diri nga wag gyapon trabaho? Syaro din na sila paigo to respond to the pandemic if ever there is a shortage of nurses, o diba? So ay lami. Ito sa kuan. Ito sa mango float kay lami. Diba? Kakaloka. Look, it's so creamy. Let's eat. And another way lami. Kining check about ng Pemberton. Gihatagan og absolute pardon ni President Rodrigo Duterte ni adtong Lunes. Una ini ang chika usa ka regional trial court in Olongapo recommended for the release of Pemberton through GCTA, Good Conduct Time Allowance. 10 years man yung sentence for the death of Jennifer Laude, transgender, Filipino transgender. 10 years yung sentensya sa homicide case. Then, ingon ang regional trial court in Olongapo nga, pwede na siya mo gawas through GCTA or Good Conduct Time Allowance. But then, that time, pagawas ana, ni file o motion for reconsideration ang family ni Jennifer Laude, the victim. And then, Malacanang said na, no, di na siya pwede. Okay, they describe it as judicial overreach. Oo, judicial overreach. Dili dapat daw mo recommend ang regional trial court kamurag tawagan na mo judicial overreach, murag mo lapas na ang powers sa judiciary, murag makuha niya ang powers executive to grant it, no, GCTA. And also there was no recommendation matud pa from the Bureau of Corrections, although wala na siya sa jail gibutang. So in ana day ang stand, they were against it. And suddenly, according to the lawyer of Pemberton, they were surprised na the president granted absolute pardon to Pemberton. They never saw it coming. So that's the chika now. Dagan king mga kuwante, dagan king mga ni-describe it as dili makatarunganon. That's very unfair and it's very anti-Filipino. But what can we do? It's there already. It's been granted. Curious lang ko, unsa jay tinuod niya gibati ni presidential spokesperson Harry Roque ni ining maong kalambuan dahil nga nakagawas na Gispenberton through the absolute pardon granted by President Rodrigo Duterte because Roque was one of the lawyers ni Jennifer Laude. Ito pagkamatay niya, di ba? Homicide case nga. And if I'm right, I think it was Roque nga nikat-kat dito sa kuan. Nikat-kat dito sa perimeter fence sa military base. Diin gitanggong si Pemberton at that time. I think that was it. It was Roque and I don't know what happened to him. Nibaliman siya. Nasa mga inaana, di ba? Nothing is constant in the world except change. O, diba? Nag-change of Borgonas Rocky. Yes, and but I'm curious, what is really the thinking of attorney Harry Roque and his inner feeling about all this that's happening, about all this development regarding the Pemberton Laude case. Anyway, lami ka siya dahil. Pero, last nga, why lami nga chika dahil kani aligri. Kasi busiti, ang question, tinuod ba allegedly ang nigawas nga chika, in fact, naireklamo nga gisang at dito sa ombudsman regarding lagi atong mga manok dahil, I think mga May, April, June, nga supposedly donated by a corporation pero allegedly gipamaligya. That's the question now. Sa Bulacan province or provincial government reportedly namalit og manok dressed chicken 20,000 pieces. Namalit. I don't know, hatag siguro. Gipang hatag siguro ayuda, no? But the issue here is that kada usa ka manok nagkantidad og, brace yourselves, 1,200 plus times 20,000 pieces. How much money is that? Dressed chicken at 1,200 plus. Allegedly, reportedly, accordingly. Because this is the issue now. The governor there is Papa Daniel Fernando. Lami, lami si Daniel Fernando. Pero ako lami sa mao nga chika. Nakakaloka. Mga na lang ta. Anyway, enjoy your night, mga chikadora. Bye!